Good morning. It is rough this morning. I'm not into it at all. It feels like it might be one of those days, but yeah. I don't want to do any of this. I'm tired, I'm sleepy. I just feel so out of it. So, alright, let's do this. Let's just try to get going, even if we have to drag ourselves. Alright. Let's make sure that we can get the vascular reading that we have been unable to get. So I'm supposed to really get on here. Well, you look at that. We broke into the 20s. So down another pound for today. Come on, heart rate. Yay! It read it. And that's what we wanted. We need to get 5 readings before it will give us all the vascular readings. Again, I don't know how accurate this will be because, it's fairly limited, but we got those settings are available. Those readings are available, so we might as well get them. We might be doing the bare minimum today. So this is when we need to have a good system, because of course it's easy to do it when you're motivated and the days when you're feeling good, but it's hard on the days when you really don't, like today, because you just don't want to do anything. And so if you don't have a good system to fall back on, and even then. All right, guys. See you in a bit. Okay, so in order to figure out what our macros are for today, we're going to take our morning measurement with Lumen. This little guy basically measures if my metabolism is burning fat or carbs. And then from there sort of generates a plan for the day. Figure out like what macros we should be eating based on weight and what my metabolism is doing. So let's just take this morning measurement. Morning check-in. Today is just
inhale deeply through your lumen.
A hard day. Here we go.
Hold your breath. Exhale in 3, 2, 1.
And let's see what we get. Oh, wow. This is weird. I got a 3. Normally is below that. This is still 55% fat, 45% carbs, but it's not considered morning fat burn. Interesting. Okay, let's see what this gives us. And what the plan is. It says a little stress can lead to high lumen levels. I don't know. They do ask you to sit when you're taking the measurement, and I didn't I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but anyway. So it says it's a low carb day. Ooh, maintenance here. Okay, so for today's breakfast, we're gonna make it a little bit smaller because it's just been a lot in the morning to have, such a big quantity of food, especially in the shake. So we're gonna start with 105 grams of strawberries, frozen strawberries, and then let's start with the collagen. So we're gonna let me do a little bit of water before. A little bit of water just so that the powders don't stick to the bottom, and then, okay. We start with the collagen peptides. We're going to do 20 grams of this. $20 grams of the collagen. Seems like a lot. $10, $19, and that should be, there you go, 20. Okay. Then, now these guys give us no carbs, no fat, and 18 grams of protein. So that's good. Then we're gonna go for the Flexi Joints, just a supplement to help with joint health. When you get to the point when you're as big as me, you have a little bit of trouble. Things hurt from carrying around this much weight. So this is supposed to help. 5 grams. There we go. 5 grams of that. This doesn't really, it's just a supplement, so it doesn't add anything to the macros. Then we go with the Daily Super Blend. Again, this is from Huel, and this is their chocolate flavor. And Daily Super Blend is really just like a bunch of like superfoods so that you meet your nutrition requirements. We're gonna do only 30 grams of this today. Like I said, I'm doing a smaller amount so the breakfast is not as big. $18. Oh, 30. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I hate it when the powder ends up sticking to my hand like that. Okay. Now, this Daily Super Blend, so the 30 grams are giving us 9 grams of carbs, 11 grams of protein, and 3 grams of fat. And then we're gonna go for the Black Edition Huel. This is the strawberry shortcake flavor, and we're also gonna do 30 grams of this guy. So let's zero it out. $27, so a tiny bit more. $28, $32. Okay, that's fine. Let's add a little more water to this. Okay, we're doing good. Then we're gonna add 20 grams of the complete protein. So again, we're trying to make sure we cover all our bases nutritionally. So we're doing 20 grams of the complete protein. 22. So we got 31, 32, 22. Just because I'm being a little anal today with being exact. Then we're doing MCT powder, 25 grams. 10, 23, 25, 24, 25. There you go. Perfect on the front. And then last, just to increase our fat intake, this little macadamia puree made by Blueprint also. It's meant to be like something that you kind of just eat, like a little snack. But I don't find their packaging very useful in that way because the way that it opens just gets kind of messy. So we're just going to add it to this. This is going to give us no carbs, 2 grams of protein, and 20 grams of fat. So just going to add it to the shake this morning. It should provide a nice nutty flavor. Okay. All right, let me blend this and I'll be right back. Okay, let's look at the numbers. So I'm gonna first update this a little bit. The Daily Super Blend ended up being 31 grams. The Black Edition, 32. Complete Protein ended up being 22. And then everything else was right on it. So, okay. Since we got a higher reading on Lumen, I mean, it's still not high. We're still burning 55% fat. But because I've had lower readings in the morning in the past few days, and then we have a higher one today, they gave us a low carb day, but I think on the higher end of a low carb day, because they're still giving us 135 grams of carbs for today. So, okay, so the macros for today: 135 grams of carbs, 159 grams of protein, and 136 grams of fat. So this breakfast is giving us, let's see, 759 calories, 25 grams of carbs, 62 grams of protein, and 45 grams of fat. And this, like I said, I wanted to make it a little bit smaller. One, because like the last few days drinking those massive shakes, just by the end of it, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do it anymore. And it's also difficult to mix. And so it just ends up taking more work to try to, because the container is not big enough. So then I have to do it in batches, but then not all the ingredients are evenly mixed. And so, you know, so that's why I wanted to do something a little bit small. It's still not small. I mean, 759 calories, it's pretty decent. So this is what breakfast looks like today. Again, a slow day. I'm dragging a little bit. And so the goal today is just get through it. Just get through it one thing at a time. And, you know, even if it's the bare minimum, just keep going. All right, see you guys in a bit. It is time for lunch, and today is one of those really, really difficult days. I am cravey. I am out of it. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to eat anything, but trying to push through. Anyway, I'm just gonna try to meet the rest of the macros with lunch, so it's gonna be a bit of a heavier lunch. We're going to start with the Huel Instant meal. This is the sweet and sour, the one that we tried the first day that we're not a big fans of, but let's give it another try. So we're going to start with 95 grams of that. Oop. That's 46. 85. Okay, we're going to 95. Perfect, 95. Okay. But this time, we're going to make it a little more interesting. We're gonna add a few things into here. Okay, let's go with the MCT powder to add a little bit of fat into it. We're gonna do 30 grams. So we're just trying to meet all our macros with this today. 30 grams, that's 14, 24, 26, 28, 30. Perfect. And we're gonna have to order more MCT powder because this thing is, it's just an easier way to add fat. It doesn't have a lot of taste. It blends well with most things. So, all right. Now for this, we're doing 25 grams of collagen peptides. So 25, it's gonna be quite a bit. I'm a little more hesitant to add a bunch of this to like the morning shake. That's 15, but you know, with something like this, like more like a savory meal, it's, you know, it's easier to hide the flavor. Not that it has a strong flavor, but it can be there. Okay, 25. Then we're adding 2 eggs. Okay. So let's zero this baby out. And again, as much as we can, we're trying to do organic and pasture-raised chicken. It is more expensive. So this would be one. And let's go for the other. Okay. Let me wash the hands. I really don't like the raw egg feel. Okay. And we are going to add as our final, oh, we still got a bunch of stuff in here. Okay, we need to add 160 grams of chicken. Now let's see where I can do it. I made some chicken again today, and it's a good way to just have a bunch of it made so that we can add it to meals quickly like this. We're gonna do 160. Zero it out. 30. 80. 129, so we need a little more. $129, 150. I believe that'll be 160. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. And we can use this to serve later. Okay, 160 grams of chicken. Now we're going to add 200 grams of corn just to add a little something more interesting to it. It's gonna be a big meal. Let's see. 60, 180, 190, 198, 200. Okay, we'll save a little bit for tomorrow or some other time. And then the last thing we're doing is 28 grams of olive oil. And that should round out our fat needs for today, because we want to make sure we're giving our body enough fat. All right, 28, 25, 29. Okay, that's fine. So 29 grams. And that is everything that we're doing for our second and final meal of the day. Let me cook this and then eat it and then die. Well, this is how it came out. It just kind of looks like a stew. It's pretty stewy. Well, let's try it out and then see. I think the problem the first time was that it was a little too dry, so I just added a little more water this time. Yeah, much better. It needed a little love. So yeah, this actually is quite nice. Let's take a look. This is only half. The rest of it is in the pot because I'll make myself eat it. I'm just not very motivated by it. Unless it was pizza, I would be motivated by that. For this meal is 1,419 calories. This plus the amount that's in the pot. And this would be 53 grams of carbs, 99 grams of protein, and 91 grams of fat. And the total for calories for the day with these two meals would be 2,178. And we're under in carbs. We consumed 78 out of 135 that we had as a goal for today. We're a little over in protein, 161 out of 159. This is all in grams. And then we're perfect in fat. We're perfect in fat. 136 grams out of 136. So if I manage to put all of this away, then we will have met our macros. And it was a low carb day, and it ended up being even lower because didn't really find any more ways to put it in there. And I shouldn't be having anything else because it might open Pandora's box today. So let's eat. That's it. Oh,